Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am not here with Geeky Sparkles. We're going to talk about the console wars and politics. Yes, the two things are kind of merging together here because the White House and GameStop have been sending memes to each other since GameStop officially announced the end of the console wars. And for those of you who have not been paying attention, they put a tweet out a couple of days ago saying the console wars are over because Halo is going to PlayStation. That means Xbox is kind of ceding its last exclusive title to the rival platform, which is like Sonic going to Nintendo, which means that this generation of the console wars is basically over. And Nintendo's just laughing from the sidelines. I think before it's all said and done, I'm going to be honest, I think Nintendo is going to be the last dedicated console manufacturer. If I had to guess, because it's not very profitable to make hardware anymore. But we're going to talk about this because the White House is getting involved in it. Some of the other departments are getting involved in it. I think was it Homeland Security? I don't know. Some other departments posting Halo memes, and they're kind of losing their shit now. And I'm waiting for it. I actually went to Kotaku because I thought this would be the first site to say that it was Gamergate. The Gamergate has finally infected the whole world. The Gamergate took over. Maybe it did on some level. Maybe the mindset, maybe the attitude of Gamergate did. Look, we're being honest, but we're going to talk about this. This is kind of funny. It is very indicative of 2025, where everything is 4chan. Even the official government accounts are 4chan. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, we'll go out to Kotaku. We'll go out to Forbes. We'll go out to Blue Sky and see if they're angry about it. Kotaku says Trump takes break from destroying White House to post AI-generated Halo meme. Now, this is where it started. This was GameStop, and they posted this a couple of days ago. GameStop declares the console wars over, whereas for the past 2 decades, the global gaming community has been engaged in an ongoing and increasingly petty conflict known as the console wars. Not just 2 decades. This has been going on for 3-4 decades, pretty much since the beginning. I mean, back in the day, it was Atari versus ColecoVision versus Intellivision. That was a thing. But then it really heated up in the mid 80s with Nintendo versus Sega. Round 1, Sega got knocked out, Master System got knocked out. Then it was Nintendo versus Sega round 2 when they brought the Genesis out. And then I think Sega actually won that one. I could be wrong, but I think Sega actually won the 16-bit wars. And then we moved into 32-bit, 64-bit. Sega gave up eventually. Nintendo lost its way for a while, and then they had a couple of hits with the Wii and the Switch. But the Switch 2, we bought one. I don't even play it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even play it. There's nothing really worth playing on it. I mean, Mario, I guess, Mario Kart. Anyway. I said, whereas said conflict originated in the early 2000s with the release of Halo Combat Evolved as an Xbox exclusive title, whereas Halo Campaign Evolved is officially coming on PlayStation in 2026 with cross-platform play. Therefore, GameStop, acting under its authority as a neutral entity in the world's retailing game and trade-in destination, hereby declares the official ceasefire of the console wars. All claims to exclusivity are dissolved. Console loyalists are instructed to cease hostilities, disband militias, and enjoy this new era of gaming. GameStop will continue to operate as a demilitarized zone, offering hardware, accessories, and trade-ins to combatants on all sides. Yes, we will take your money. We don't care. Well, the White House responded, power to the players with Halo. And everybody flipped out. So then GameStop responded. The official rapid response account of the Trump administration also responded to GameStop's post with number 9. President Trump presides over the end of the 20-year console wars. Let's see this one. I got to see this one. Rapid response. Yep. The end of the 20-year console war. It's probably like console war 3, console war 2. But, there for a while, especially on Twitter, man, you were not allowed to say anything negative about Xbox. You were not allowed to say anything negative about PlayStation. I'm like, bitch, please, you can buy a gaming PC and you can play like everything, right? Like, what is even the point? I keep saying this. What is the point of a console now? Right. So it just keeps going on and on. Rapid response. Here we have GameStop tweeting back. This is just wild. On one level, it's all groan worthy, but when you look at the replies full of Photoshops and AI generated slop of Trump and his ilk as Master Chief and other gaming heroes, it's worse. It's looking into the abyss. People really view this con artist as some kind of bastion of masculinity and American heroism, and that would be funny if it weren't also having such dire real-world consequences. Wow. So dramatic. It's so dramatic. So yes, of course they have to get in there about ICE. They have to get in there about the demolishing of the East Wing, which has happened before. There have been major renovations to the White House before. We just did not have access to social media and or the media liked the president. So when the media does not like the president, everything they can do to make the president look bad, they're going to do it. Every opportunity, they're going to do it. Now, I'm going to tell you, it is a weird timeline. It's a very weird thing to have the official White House social media account post memes of Trump in Spartan armor. Very, very weird. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to be honest. It's kind of, I'm like, it feels like we're not taking anything seriously, except for the media. They're taking everything entirely too seriously. This come from Forbes. Paul Tassi, Trump and GameStop trade Halo and console wars memes. What else has he got here? We got any other ones that are good? Just goes back and forth. That's the situation. As I understand, this chain of events has nearly 20 million views and hundreds of thousands of likes. No, I do not think Trump is literally claiming credit for any of the console wars. No, he's not. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. I doubt Trump even knows what Halo is. No, it's probably true. His kid, I'm sure, does. But the actual gaming news is a pretty big deal. As 5 to 10 years ago, much less 20, it would have seemed insane for Halo to becoming the PlayStation, but Microsoft has fully moved into we're releasing all our big games and IPs everywhere phase with its console business slowing. Yes. So let me tell you a story. If you go out to my Twitter, if you go out to Kneon, which I'm going to be a little more active, I think, on Twitter. We have websites. I'm like, I don't even see the point. So we actually do have a small esports center. We're actually shutting it down because the lease is coming due and there's really no point, because it was treading water. And I'm like, you know what, if I want to lose money over the next 3 to 5 years, I guess we could, renew it. But we had, I think I mentioned this before, we actually had Halo Infinite installed on all of our machines and not a damn person played it in like 3 years. Nobody played it. I thought for sure somebody would play it, right? I mean, we have a couple people come in, play Halo on the Xbox or play it on Steam or whatever, but nobody's playing Halo. Like, Halo is freaking dead. It's dead. Let's see what people are saying out here. I'm very curious. Oh, we got some more. Here, Grum says the entire U.S. government is now posting Halo and gaming memes. This is crazy. This is, Homeland Security. Destroy the flood. Join ice.gov. Oh, God. Wait until Microsoft or Halo Studios bitches about it, because they will. Yeah, they will. I mean, we're talking Halo Studios especially. Part of the reason Halo's not cool is Halo went woke. Let's be honest. Like, nobody wants rainbow-colored Spartan armor. Right. And I think we had this kind of like what happened with D&D, where you had the critical role element come in and sort of commandeer that fan base and turn it into something else that wasn't cool. I think that kind of happened with Red versus Blue. Like, I think Red versus Blue started out with the best of intentions, but then Rooster Teeth, as soon as it became corporate and as soon as you started, bringing more and more people in from the Austin area, which is, it got woker and woker and woker, right? And then next thing you know, they're unironically posting Spartans in rainbow flag armor, and then the TV series with was it John Cheeks? Is that what they're calling him? Master Cheeks. Yeah, that definitely was kind of the kiss of death. I mean, Halo, I don't think it's quite to the level that D&D is in terms of cringe, trying to appeal more to normies, but it's definitely not cool. It's not a cool franchise, right? I don't know if this is going to make it cool either. I'm going to be honest. But yeah, every single person that works for that woke company wants Republicans dead, says Gobblegum. Gobblegum. Of course they will. The loonies are in charge of them. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm sure Microsoft will probably denounce it. And you know what's gonna happen though? Here we go. God, this is insane. This is just crazy. I mean, it doesn't surprise me really. I'm more surprised that people are so surprised that Halo's not even a sacred cow, because again, the franchise is in massive decline. Actually, I would say the Halo franchise is effectively dead. But beyond that, Xbox has made it very clear that they're not really interested in making hardware. They just want to be a platform. Xbox wants to be a platform. They want to be the Netflix of video games, right? They want to be like Steam. They want to be like, they want you to stream your games, not own any games. We'll see how that goes. Did a video on this a couple of days ago when they made the announcement. And, Microsoft right now, the gaming division is under massive pressure. I think they said that they need to make 30% margins, 30% margins, profit margins on the games division, which is damn near impossible, especially in this market, especially in this economy, and definitely not something you can do if you're cranking out overpriced hardware. So this is going along with a lot of people not seeing Xboxes on the shelves. Now, to be fair, I just went to a Walmart yesterday and they had tons of Xboxes on the shelves, and a lot of them probably had a layer of dust on them. But I'm just saying, like, it's a really interesting situation. It does feel like this era in gaming's over. And I said before, like, what I would like to see personally, and I know I've gone on and on and on about the Atari consoles that are out now. For those of you who don't know, we'll just take you out to Atari. Atari Pac-Man collection. So this is the Pac-Man console, which is cool. I did not know the Pac-Man console lit up, but they're making Atari cartridges again, right? They're making Atari consoles and cartridges, and they're self-contained. They don't have to be online except for patch jobs, I guess. But I have a 7800. Oh, they have a 400 mini too. And I freaking love this. What I would love to see, like this might actually be one of my favorite consoles ever, because I had a 7800 before I had an NES, and I had to get the NES because all my friends had the NES, but I had the 7800 because we had a bunch of old 2600 games, and it just like made more sense. Like, oh, you have a bunch of games you can play on this one too, but it, whatever. I like the 7800. I would love to see a PlayStation that is like $100 that has maybe 10-year-old technology in it and that plays cartridges, like high memory cartridges, right? Like, I mean, you can fit gigs and gigs on the flash drive, for God's sake. I would like to see that. And they're offline mostly, and they're complete games. They don't need patched. And you've got a physical copy and you own that game. You buy that game, you own that game. I want to see that. I want to see somebody come up with an actual console with cartridges that is mostly offline, designed for living room play like we used to do. That would incentivize me to buy a console, because that is an experience that you're not really going to get with a PC. And it doesn't have to have the best graphics. We're already seeing this right now. We're already seeing this with a lot of the indie titles coming out, that the graphics don't have to be the best. I think we pretty much got to a place where, for most people, PS3, PS4 graphics, hell, PS2 graphics are acceptable. That's fine. It's good enough, right? People are playing 10-year-old, 15-year-old games. It's good enough. It doesn't have to be the best. And that technology is cheaper now. So again, $100, $150 console, 4 controllers, hell, 6 controllers. And this is it. These are the parameters. You port your game here. You make it as a physical cartridge. Now, this download shit. You got to buy a cartridge and you plug and play. And that's it. And there's no patches, no updates. So the developers have to get it right the first time. And you keep the cartridge prices down. You can put them on, a flash card or whatever. And it's, keep the prices down. And I think it would go like gangbusters. Like, make it an actual PlayStation. Like, you're actually playing. It's not just a budget cut PC. It's an actual game console designed for play. And then focus on like the toyetic aspect of it, interesting controllers, maybe the cartridges, when you plug them in, they do something to the console. Maybe they light the console up a certain way. That would be really cool. Make the cartridges collectible. Maybe if you buy all the games from a certain publisher, it unlocks something. Maybe you could do more lock-on technology. That would be cool. You want a character from this game in this game, and those two things aren't really related. Like, you want I don't know, Ryu and Castlevania. Well, then you plug the Street Fighter cartridge into the Castlevania cartridge, and now you can play as Ryu and Castlevania. Stuff like that would be fantastic. Something like that would be great. Make it feel like a game again, because the current generation of consoles, to me, feels, again, just like a budget cut gaming PC. There's nothing really to differentiate it from just buying a PC, playing games on Steam, plugging an Xbox controller in. What's the point? I want a console that feels like a console. I want it to be fun to use, fun to look at. I mean, you look at, the N64, it was a fun looking console. It was cool to see the Sega with the CD underneath it and have all these peripherals and stuff attached. The consoles looked cool. They looked, again, kind of like toys. They looked like they were designed for fun. And the current crop of gaming consoles do not. That's just my opinion. I think we need to go back to this. I mean, if vinyl can come back and CDs can come back, there's no reason why we can't bring dedicated consoles back with cartridges and, living room play being top of mind. Again, just my opinion. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later. For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.